For now, the war remains a shadow, fought in words, in tests, in shows of strength. But the people of Tel Aviv hear the sirens, and in Tehran, the night glows faintly with distant fire. At last, two flags whip violently in the storm. Israel's blue and white, Iran's green, white, and red. Two nations bound by conflict, their fates entwined, their future uncertain. In Tehran, ballistic missiles parade proudly through the streets, symbols of defiance. Across the desert, Israeli soldiers sharpen their skills, preparing for battles that may never be announced, but always loom. Shahed drones roll onto launch ramps. Radar screens glow green with threats. Apache helicopters sweep the night sky, their searchlights slicing the darkness. Khorramshahr missiles thunder across the desert roads, dust rising in their wake. In Israel, interceptors scream upward, fiery trails cutting through the black sky. And in Iran, artillery thunders in live-fire drills, muzzles blazing, a show of force that shakes the night. Israel answers, with technology unmatched in the region. The Iron Dome, its shield in the sky, tracks and destroys rockets before they can fall. Inside the cockpit of the F-35 Adir, pilots lock onto distant targets with unflinching precision. A missile streaks free, red fire carving across the heavens. From the runway, massive Heron drones lift into the air, their eyes scanning every mile of desert. In the control room, AI overlays targets, marking enemy drones with cold precision. Iron beam fires, a piercing green laser, slicing intruders to ash. Israeli soldiers cheer beneath the blue and white flag, convinced that innovation will tip the scales. Yet radar warns again. Dense signals flood the screens. The storm is far from over. But Iran has its own answer. Rows of Shahed-136 drones stand ready. Cheap, expendable, yet devastating in swarms. Shahab-3 and Khorramshahr missiles ignite the skies, striking far beyond the horizon. In command centers, Revolutionary Guard operators guide their machines with discipline. Electronic warfare trucks hum, spreading chaos through the airwaves. Anti-aircraft guns blaze across the night sky, tracer rounds carving arcs of red, and parades of chanting soldiers remind the world Iran will not stand down. If war were to erupt, the battlefield would become a clash of extremes. Precision against numbers, lasers against swarms, stealth against sheer firepower. Israeli jets strike first, bombs lighting up Iranian bases. Iran responds with waves of drones, flooding the sky. The Iron Dome intercepts many, yet some break through, exploding over Tel Aviv. Iron beam lasers slice the air, but in return, Iranian missiles streak across the horizon. Red trails tear into the night. Maps burn with arrows of red and blue, and soldiers stare at each other across trenches, knowing the cost of what comes next. For now, the war remains a shadow, fought in words, in tests, in shows of strength. But the people of Tel Aviv hear the sirens, and in Tehran, the night glows faintly with distant fire. At last, two flags whip violently in the storm. Israel's blue and white, Iran's green, white, and red. Two nations bound by conflict, their fates entwined, their future uncertain.